Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're on time. Congratulations to us. And I think and the audio's working. Hey, a twofer. Yeah, we got sound. Sound is good. Thank you all for joining us for yet another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. Before we get started, we do have a few announcements starting with this Friday. This Friday, as in like 3 days from now, sitting around a table, rolling real dice, doing a really weird thing, but really awesome at the same time. Emery, tell them all about that.
This Friday, in conjunction with AthosCon 2024, we will be doing a live stream of the playtest of unofficial fan content adventure module titled Whispers of Dread, in a setting that has been officially named the Land of the Ravaged Sun. If you tune in on Friday, there will be a special promo code that you can use for a discount for one of the sponsors for that show.
Indeed.
Check us out.
Yeah, check us out. Put it on your calendar. For Friday, the 25th at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So can't wait for that. Now, second announcement, our sponsor, which should have been first, but it's second because I forgot. This episode is brought to you by Streamlabs Ultra. Take your content creation to the next level with Streamlabs Ultra. All of the tools you need for branding, streaming and recording, editing, and monetization. Check the video ad at our break and check the link in the description below for your yearly or monthly subscription to Streamlabs Ultra. If you're a content creator or if you're just somebody who needs to record things off their desktop. Super helpful for that too. Any kind of like business solutions where you need to like record how you do something for a business presentation or something like that. I don't know. Scott, I'm rambling.
I was just going to let you continue. Would you like some more time?
Yeah, go for it.
That's okay. I'm here to tell you guys about the best thing ever for us. It's our Patreon. Patreon.com/ThoseNaturalOnes. Our favorite way to support the stream. Check it out. There's many levels to choose from. There's like Discord access all the way up through advertising opportunities. There's lots of merch in between. Like this was one of the most recent ones we did. This awesome poster from a card that Sam made from like, what was that, episode like 17 or something like that?
Yeah, it was real early in the stream.
Yeah, it's like felty. It's really awesome. There's like 6 different levels of merch. Check it out. One of the levels gets a free it's a shout out every episode. So once again, thank you, Les and Flora Marlatt, for your continued support. We really appreciate it. There's a full list of our patrons at the mid and end screen and down in the player cards. So check those out. And please go support us, patreon.com/ThoseNaturalOnes. Base level is less than $1 per episode.
Indeed. And when not there, where else can they find us?
When you're not supporting us on Patreon, you can always support us by checking us out every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, on Twitch, maybe Kick and Trovo eventually when we get that sorted. You can also interact with us on X or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it today. You can interact with us on Threads, on Facebook, on Tumblr at Butch's blog to talk to our very own Butch.
That's right. You can talk to our very own Butch. That's me. You can ask me questions, and I will tell you answers from Butch's point of view, given what Butch knows or does not know or is willing to tell you. But it'll be 100% Butch.
it will always be 100% Butch.
100% Butch. That is the name of our OnlyFans.
No! I feel like I've made a huge mistake.
Trouble with turtles.
Do remember to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure that when you do hit the bell, you hit all and not personalized, so that way you never miss an episode. Sound off in the comments and let us know how we're doing. Any and all engagement helps us out a ton.
Indeed. Thank you for that. Sam, what happened last week?
No, just kidding. So last week, the trial continued, and Arnynn, unconscious from the battle, found himself in a room filled with blood. That's completely normal. Using his blood hunter magic, he was able to find a way out of the room, but was confronted by an apparition even, of his mother rising out of the coagulated blood. He bound the apparition, but was then confronted by one of his father. This continued, showing past enemies and, dare I say, friends, each attacking him and calling out supposed failures and weaknesses on his part. Arnynn eventually made his way to a chamber where he was challenged to make the ultimate sacrifice to save his friends from drowning in the rising blood. When witnessed this, it was creepy. He does so, and the party back in the material realm was fully restored and returned to battle, including Arnynn. After more combat, the leader of the coven was satisfied and the trial ended. Arnynn, after the sacrifice and the battle, now saw his blood hunter tattoo complete. The coven leader and Arnynn discussed the death of his family, which many believe to have been a political maneuver political maneuver and a land grab, despite the hand's involvement. The leader of the coven gave us a coin to give to Lysandra for our passage out of the city. Lysandra led us to a tunnel we can follow out of the city. She enchanted the coin to guide us through the tunnels. I just realized I've out of the city in that sentence 3 times. A few hours into the tunnel, we took our rest. I almost read the third one, but
Okay.
I spared you guys.
Fantastic. And that's where we'll pick up. You all. Oh, let me get some music playing because I can't remember. And while I get music playing, I would like to give a shout out to the big daddies over at Critical Role and their ridiculous plot line that they're going through. However, Sam, if you keep stealing my shit, I'm gonna get mad.
Wrong. Not you, Sam.
Not you, Sam.
I
No,
panicked.
not you.
I was like, I didn't mean to. Sorry. I'll put it back.
That's for the Godfather Sam Riegel. Clearly, I'm joking, but sometimes the parallels are a little, and we just got a whole bunch of downloads from Los Angeles, so I'm not saying anything, but I am saying something. I'm not even mad, dude. If you are watching and you're borrowing some ideas, just like dime store Matthew Mercer right here. I could be an ad read. Anyway, moving on.
About to get downgraded to Trovo.
Trovo.
Oh,
Not Trovo. Timu. Sorry.
Yeah.
Timu,
man.
Matt Mercer.
Timu, Matt Mercer, exactly. So, all right, music should be starting now. So, as you all huddle inside of the tiny hut for the evening, somewhere deep underneath the ground of Longbien, following this enchanted coin through these tunnels, no real idea as to what time it is, or, you've been walking for about an hour or two. It's probably getting close to nightfall, if not shortly after. As you all huddle inside this tiny hut, what are you doing?
Probably eating good mushrooms.
I dispense good mushrooms. Is everybody in the hut?
That's a great question.
No, I choose to risk my body and sleep outside.
Do you really?
No.
I think she meant, is everybody like, is anyone exploring, or are you all currently sitting inside the hut?
Yeah, more specifically, is Arnynn in the hut?
Aren't in the hut.
Arnynn the hut.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk over to Arnynn and be like, you, got a sec?
Yeah. Of course.
Just wanna, can we talk for a minute? Just like, I gotta process some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how, but I was unconscious, and then I was there, and you were there. Like, it happened?
So
Like
they knocked you out too?
Yeah. Which I guess is maybe why I was there.
Yeah. I had like a whole like crucible to go through down there. It was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to get on, trying to pull my heartstrings.
Did it work?
I mean, you can't pull what's not there, right?
I mean, valid. I know it wasn't permanent, but that was significant. I think what you were willing to do, but then also horrifying because it happened, but then it didn't happen, and then we still fought.
Oh yeah, that part.
The part that I saw was the part with the giant horrifying angel statue and the scythe and the rising blood and...
Oh, is that the first time you've seen that image? The angel?
Would I have seen his patron before?
I don't think
Nick?
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So yes. That was
Yeah,
new
that's
to
my
me.
Patron. That's the one that told us about all the lieutenants and everything. She sends me visions all the time.
She's imposing.
Yeah, she's kind of badass.
Yeah. I mean, if it weren't for all of the other things going on in that scene in that moment, then I would have been in awe, but I think I was pretty much just terrified. But yeah, I guess I want to say thanks.
Well, thank you for helping with it.
Yeah.
I didn't figure anything would be permanent. I really hoped I was doing what she intended. Like my previous trials, only one, everybody got woke up. So
The last one. So like, what if you didn't, or what if any of us didn't?
yeah, I didn't figure it would go down like that.
I do remember her using the F word, and I don't know if anything's changed for you, but I'm very, very happy that you're in the party, Arnynn. And
I mean, we gotta understand with what's happened to me. Friends is just somebody that gets close to you to use you. I would never consider you guys that. If I give you guys any F word, it would probably be family.
oh shit.
Hold up. Is this conversation happening inside the hut? Can I actually hear it?
No, they walked away.
Okay. Well, in that case, Nick, I'm trying to make pizza from what I have in my satchel. Since we are in the hut.
You're muted, Sam.
What?
No.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
Gwen just hugs Arnynn. Like, it's just like the weird hug, but she's just like that's awesome. That means a lot with everything
Where
that's
I
happened.
grew up, anybody who like tried to get close enough to call themselves your friend was trying to get something out of you, or ended up betraying you for their own interests. So I don't like that word. So,
That
I mean,
makes
I
a
know
ton of
that's not what it
sense.
means to you guys, but I would never consider you guys that.
A lot of sense. I'll think about it before I say it next time. With that in mind.
I mean, it's just what it means to me.
All right. But, you
I know
know.
what it means to other people.
Well, before I assume Kuoka and make whatever sounds a Kuoka would make when crying, I'm gonna head back to the hut, but I'm just really, really glad you're here, Arnynn. Still.
You guys were there for all 3 of my trials. That means a lot.
It's all done?
Yeah.
It's fancy?
Did you see me shock the shit out of that last one? That felt really weird.
But did it feel better than Boyle's?
I mean,
Giving, not receiving, I suppose.
potato, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that would be tomato.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Probably for Orpheus, it would be better than Boyle's. Although deep down, I think he really likes it.
Bonding moment.
Cool, high five.
I remember the last person he high-fived.
Hopefully he's washed his hands since then. Butch, roll for pizza.
All right.
Roll a. Let's do a couple here. Let's roll for survival first to see what you find in your pack to make a pizza.
Okay.
Just because it's fun.
At disadvantage or normal?
Yeah. Oh no, you're normal. Your exhaustion was clear. Oh.
Not the first
oh,
time
no.
somebody's called you normal.
It's a 3 on the die for a 12. With a
pretty
12,
good.
yeah, still pretty good. With a 12, you're not working with a lot, but you find enough stuff that you think will go together to make it a rudimentary. You're not making a straight up, like New York style thin crust pizza or anything, but
He's not making
No.
an artisanal flatbread.
no, but you might find some some of the ration
Chef Boyardee.
biscuits, yeah, the ration biscuits that you can form into a crust, and you find some sort of some
Oil.
leftover stew that you're able. That's a tomato-based stew that you're able to fashion into toppings and a crust or and a sauce. It's
I have ranch if you want a ranch sauce.
That'll be good for dipping in. Not probably for the baking part.
We have some balsamic to do a nice drizzle.
Yeah, yep.
So, as this conversation and this pizza cooking is happening, what are the other three of you doing?
I'm carving inappropriate things into the wall of the cave tunnel.
Fair enough.
So that would put you outside the hut, I think.
Okay.
That's fine. You're not sleeping yet.
Orpheus is just reclining, resting.
Brooding.
Elric, anything special you would like to do?
And then Ember Evenward began to scribe things that I will not repeat on paper into the side of the wall.
You don't need them on paper. They're in stone.
He's writing it down. It's canon.
All right. So, if there's nothing else this evening, the rest of you do find your rest throughout the night. I'm assuming you take watches individually. However, nothing of event happens. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. So, the next morning comes, or at least you feel like it is the morning. Kind of hard to tell underground, as you have spent quite a few nights underground. You all wake at varying times. What are you doing? The day is yours.
First thing I'm going to do is go to Foundry and click long rest.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that. Make it official.
Because dang. All right, let's have some rations for breakfast, and Eric gonna cast some spells so it can be all whispery, windy, wacky.
Let me know when everyone's ready.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I still need to import everybody's characters. That's my fault. I didn't do that, but go ahead.
I can handle mine.
That's fine. I'll get everybody else.
Handle this.
Ooh.
Huh, what's the squeeze action?
Something
That's
that a
what we
turtle
find on
might
the
have at
OnlyFans.
disadvantage.
You should ask the fairy in Arnynn's pocket.
God damn it.
Nice. Yeah, that's a
Oh, the squeeze actions win.
Huh?
nice.
Right.
Just asking. It's not my
So, oh, there we go.
Joy?
It's taking a while to import these. I am almost done with the first one. So,
sheet. So we
Sweet.
walking?
yeah. So, all right. So you are. Oh, squeeze is squeezing through a tight spot, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's funny.
Are we doing the wind walkie thingy?
Everyone get close.
Gwen gets uncomfortably close to you.
Not that close.
Oh, okay.
That's not possible.
Within 5 feet. No, within, not in my 5 feet.
Fine.
5 feet.
You feel breath on your neck. Look over your shoulder and say,
Uh,
All right. So,
in having everyone within 5 feet of me, my bracers will begin to glow as smoky, wispy tendrils snake their way into everyone,
Seen
and we
this
all
movie.
turn into clouds.
oh. Arnynn, your character sheet failed to import, so I'll have to look at that in a minute. All right, so doing a little math here. At regular wind walk speed, it would take you roughly about 4 hours to traverse this 250-ish miles. However, you cannot interact with objects while you're in your wind form. So every time you came to an intersection, you would have to either just kind of YOLO, or you would have to transform back into your humanoid form, check the coin, see which way to go, and then transform. Spend a minute to transform to humanoid, use the coin, spend another minute to transform back to gaseous form, and then continue.
All right, how many people vote for YOLO and we get lost? I didn't think so.
So
No.
conversion.
as you okay, so this is a pretty like it's not a straight shot by any stretch of the imagination, and she told you that when you got in. There was quite a few branches and everything that kind of swung off of this. So we're going to do this in a series of a few rolls, because first things first, I would like everyone individually to make a survival check to see if you can stay together as wind.
Oh boy.
Make sure nobody, to see if anybody gets kind of off the
Shush.
path. Oh, that's a great start.
Oh no.
Wait, I have a +5.
Also,
I rolled a 5.
who has the coin? Who's leading the pack?
They gave it to me.
All right. So Arnynn, Arnynn's leading the pack. All right. Fantastic. All right. So we have Arnynn with a 9, Orpheus with a 10, Ember with a
9. It didn't even show up for me.
Yeah, you got a 9. Arnynn got a 9. Orpheus got a 10. Ember got a 21. Butch got a 14. Gwen got a 19. And Elric got an 11. So, you notice, I'm just going to do averages because it's 250 miles. We're going to say that there's an average of at least one branch or intersection every quarter mile along this tunnel. Sometimes there's stretches, but then you'll have 3 or 4 tunnels coming together. So average out to about a quarter mile every time. Or quarter mile. Shit, Gwen's not importing either. What the hell? All right, we'll deal with that at the break. So as you are traversing through this, what is the marching order here? Like, what is the order you all are going in? So Arnynn's leading because he's got the coin.
Butch next.
Are we Chevy traversing it?
I'm gonna ignore that terrible joke. So Arnynn,
I'll be the rear guard.
Butch. Who's after Butch?
I'll be after Butch.
Elric,
I'll be after Elric, I think.
Gwen, then Ember, then Orpheus. So you all are, and then let's see, 9. Butch was a 14. Elric was an 11. Gwen was a 19, Ember was a 21, and Orpheus was a 10. You start moving along, you start hovering through. It takes you about, at this rate, a matter of seconds before you come to the first intersection. You have to all transform back, or at least Arnynn has to transform back, check the coin, see that it's pushing you off to the left. You take another minute, transform back, start off to the left. You repeat this process a handful of times as you continue through, like meandering through these different tunnels, these different caves. You make it probably about 20 to 25 minutes in before Elric and Orpheus, you suddenly realize that there's no one around you.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with this shit loading.
Yeah.
How does my bodily functions work as wind?
Are you asking if you can shit yourself?
Well, I think I already have, which is why I'm a big bag of air. But
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nice.
Can I see normally? Can I hear normally?
Yeah, you can see normally, you can hear normally, and stuff like that. I believe. Let me double check.
The problem might be D&D Beyond. It's taking forever to load my character sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see normally, you can hear normally, and all of that. The only thing you can do is dash, and it takes you a minute to transform between solid and gaseous forms. But you guys continue, and at one point you realize that you guys must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. You're no longer with the rest of your team. You're
so we're together, or we're isolated?
Yeah, the two of you must have zigged when the rest of them zagged or something, and you're flying through, and then all of a sudden you realize that there's no other clouds around you. Which, Orpheus, this would be really difficult for you because you don't have you don't have dark vision.
I mean, would it really make a difference if I could see?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is how would you have been seeing where to go in the first place?
Well, clearly I wasn't.
Well, I could have given it to him the first hour if we talked about it.
That's okay. Let's go with that. Butch gave it to you for the first hour. When that hour...
I thought we were following a glowing coin, so...
Well, the glowing coin transforms to mist as well when Arnynn transforms to mist.
Okay.
And when that hour faded, your vision faded too, and you must have veered off into another direction. Elric, you saw this happening, and you just kind of like went with him.
Wait, how far do we travel in an hour?
Well, you have to stop every quarter mile. So you would have traveled roughly... you would have traveled roughly 6... come on.
Because how many times can you cast it per day, Elric?
It's an 8-hour spell. So.
Yeah, the spell lasts 8 hours.
You would have...
but we can go in and out of it?
Yes, you can go in and out of it as many times as you need to. You would have traveled a little over 12 miles in an hour with all of the stopping.
I can re-up his dark vision at one of those stops, just so we can avoid all that.
Either way, the two of them ended up on a different path than the rest of you.
And we would realize that at our next intersection.
You would realize that at your next
Yeah.
intersection, you all come to your solid form and you realize that you're missing 2 people.
All right.
I'm going to go solid. And hopefully my cloud isn't in Orpheus mode.
I'm going to move my cloud away from your solid form, feeling somewhat violated, and also become solid.
The implications. It seems we've zagged when we were supposed to zig.
Yeah.
Time to go back to the last junction point.
Do you know the way back?
Follow me. And I proceed to attempt to go back to the point in which we made the wrong turn.
So you turn. Are you turning back into mist, or are you just walking back?
I would turn back into mist.
You turn back into mist. Which takes another minute. You traverse your way back to the last intersection you were at, and you come across this like 4-way intersection where you remember you came up to this and you guys continued going straight, but the rest of the group must have turned one way or the other if this was the last time you were with them.
When we get to that intersection, I turn solid again.
I also turn solid.
Okay.
Elric, who has the hourglass?
The hourglass?
Yes, with the grains of sand, you can see into the past.
I'm almost certain Butch has that.
Damn. Do you have any way of tracking them? I can track people. I can't track gaseous forms.
Luckily for you, this morning I prepared locate object.
Anybody want a message, man?
Sure. I'll do that.
Then I'm going to cast locate object,
What are you locating?
attempting to locate the coin that's being used.
So casting locate object, and you feel it ping. You feel it ping down as you're standing at this intersection. It would be down the path to your right.
This way.
Arnynn, what do you want to send?
Hey, you guys.
God damn it.
All right, I'm sending to Orpheus.
We're over this way. What's up?
Hey, Orpheus. This is Butch. It seems that we have lost you.
Fuck is up with that?
Arnynn says, hey, you guys. Where are you? I don't know, man. I don't think that was too useful. But at least now they know that we know.
And
That-
Elric would have
yeah.
to send a sending to respond, I'm assuming, right?
No, he can respond.
Oh, you can respond.
You can
Oh, I still
respond to
get
this
it.
message.
Yeah, you get like, how many words? Is it the same?
25.
Yeah.
Elric and I are together, became separated
Window shopping.
at previous junction using locate object to find you. Stay where you are.
Orpheus says it was a very boring conversation and everything's fine. We should just stay where we are. Oh, and he's with Elric.
Boring conversation.
That's a fib. He's fine.
All right. Ready?
Oh, and they're using locate object on the glowy.
This?
Yes.
Okay.
Couple moments pass, and then these two clouds of wind pull up to you.
Hey, look, more windy douchebags.
I like set the coin like 20 feet up in the tunnel, and then so when they materialize, they're like, "Where are they?" Ah, back here.
So,
If it pass a glowing coin, you've gone too far.
over the course of the remainder of the 8 hours, you continue in and out of these different paths, transforming here and there, back and forth, in a very redundant way. But you eventually run out of time on your Windwalk spell, as you have hit your 8-hour mark, and it looks like if you were to guess with the backtracking, the constant changing in and out of form, and then waiting for your lost little puppy dogs to return to you, you've probably made it about 90 miles.
Wow.
Guys, this is a very intricate series of tunnels. They're a huge body of water.
You would know at this point
It's
that you would
amazing.
be probably about halfway. You're about halfway between the island and the mainland. So you are underneath that huge body of water.
What do you think this is from?
Probably the Underdark.
The Underdark
What's the body of water above us called?
Ocean.
So, okay. Well, I don't know, because there's
It-
there's straits.
It might be a strait. Or narrow.
I don't.
It's a
No, it's
royal
probably big enough
flush.
for a strait.
It's pretty much just an ocean.
Yeah,
You were in an. If you look at the map, you were basically just on an island in the middle of the ocean, and you're traversing underneath it to that peninsula.
It's not like a giant
is-
cove.
It's pretty much
No.
an ocean.
Yeah, Long
All right, so-
Bien's kind of a dot on
So
that
we're
map.
in an oceanal.
Oceanal?
An ocean.
Yeah, we are enjoying the oceanal.
Or a channel, if you were.
No, because we're not under a channel. We're under the ocean.
Yep.
So it's an oceanal. Or if it's a sea, it's a channel.
We've seen any like sign of life.
Channel.
Make me a perception check.
Which makes a sandwich.
So you've been traversing in gaseous form so much you haven't really been. You've been moving too fast to really pay attention to what's going on around you. You don't remember
That-
seeing.
Should be a 13.
Yeah, same. So
That's a huge difference.
yeah, 11 and 13. Yeah, you've definitely not seen really anything that you've noticed. You've been focusing on just traversing this at record speeds. So with only coming out for a few seconds each time.
It's like record speeds on a bus.
Yeah. It's like you almost can't go below a certain speed.
Gotta go fast.
Anyway.
There's like
we
cobots
might
down
explode.
But your wind walk has officially expired. You have been moving for about 8 hours of the day. You feel like you're about halfway underneath this, a little less than halfway through your path.
here. Lunchtime.
Yeah. Put 2 good mushrooms together for the tiniest, saddest sandwich.
Why do you look so sad when you're eating that?
It's so filling and yet so empty. But I will not complain. Thank you.
I've never
Glenn,
seen you
you're
sad
wonderful.
eat before.
Nope. I'm fine.
It's usually when you're happiest.
Is there any delicious lichen here or something?
You're gonna be licking the lichen.
I always like the lichen, or I like the lichen.
That on our
Right.
OnlyFans?
No.
That did not come out the way I wanted it to.
Are we sending our art to?
Nick,
All
I have
right.
critically failed my survival check to find something delicious. What happens to me?
You don't
Tastes
find
like dirt.
anything. Hold on.
Everything you lick tastes like dirt.
Your food is bland and you should feel bland.
Everything you lick is dirt, I think, is the next step.
Oh,
Okay.
that was.
Salty dirt.
I was thinking the wrong. I thought you were. That's my bad. Okay. Sorry, I'm not completing my
you thought I was
sentence.
saying
No,
lichen instead of lichen?
no, I was looking at the wrong. The entire time I thought you were saying gaseous form, not wind walk, but
Oh.
that was me just confusing the two because I was looking at the how many times you can do wind walk, and I thought you had another ability for the day, but you don't. Okay.
No.
That was me mixing up I knew what spell it was, but I gave it the wrong name in my head.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Classic.
sorry, I
happens.
confused gaseous form and wind walk.
So we can only do that once a day?
I can do that once a day. I'm sure one of us also has access to that magic.
Okay. Who's the other wizard here? Show your face.
Is that a druid thing?
Maybe.
That is, in fact, a druid
I
spell.
was gonna say I think it's a druid thing.
So when we took that long rest, you definitely prepared it then, right?
Oh yeah,
I figured. That totally would have been.
most certainly.
I'm gonna say she did not.
I've never been less reassured
You
in my
don't
life.
know my life, Nick.
I think somebody put it into the human's ring too.
I'm gonna say no. It's a 6th level spell. First off,
Somebody wants a montage.
Ooh, gross! It is a 6th level spell. What
Yeah.
the fuck, Elric?
and the simple fact that Elric specifically said, "I can cast wind walk on us."
Yeah.
Why would Gwen have prepared it?
She's
There's always tomorrow.
Because she would know it's
like a
only
Boy
8
Scout.
hours.
Yeah.
But she's never used it before, so would she really?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
just glad I
She's
didn't
smart. Are
poison
you calling her
myself.
dumb?
Well, she's not talking.
If the antlers fit.
She,
Dang.
you know, she can prepare it tomorrow.
So moving
It's not that
forward,
big a loss.
moving forward, you do not have another cast of wind walk.
All right. I'm gonna cast
Someone-
regular walk.
You want to cast walk?
Yeah, walk. It's
I'm
like
gonna
run,
complain that
but
my feet
slower.
hurt.
Okay, awesome.
And then I'm gonna ask, are we there yet?
Sounds good. Appropriate.
So what's the average walking speed of a
Unladen swallow.
Conticaria.
Standard pace is 3 miles an hour.
Sweet.
Got another 8 hours.
Makes me wish I was still attuned to the Hat of Disguise so I could entertain myself by looking like y'all.
You're not?
I don't think so.
Are you entertained by looking like us?
No, I'm entertained by your reactions to me looking like you.
So you start walking. You can get another like 8 hours or so if you want to make it a really long day. You could walk for another about 8 hours.
No.
As you walk, I would like everybody to make a perception check, please.
I'm going to make a sleight of hand check.
I mean, you can, but it ain't going to mean dick.
For what I want to do, it will.
God.
What are you even trying to do? Oh no.
That's a shitstorm.
That was amazing.
It was who you thought it was.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Wonderful.
Of course it was. All right.
Ooh,
Perception.
sleight of hand was only 17, so Elric sees me pinch his butt with my new mage hand.
I'm sorry, what?
I slap away his
you were
mage hand
itching
with
his
my mage hand. What are you doing?
Are you using a mage hand to hit your butt?
Why are you?
I got something
mean-
new.
Actually, Elric's passive perception's only 16, so.
Oh,
I
I just
rolled
figured he was
one
doing an
higher.
active perception check, but
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, because he's got the perception check anyway. So, never mind. You're right.
yeah, I mean,
You're right.
What are you doing?
I got a new spell.
This is the first thing you do with your new toy.
He's checking for holes.
Yeah,
I
All
suppose
right.
I can use mage hand to pick his nose.
So, with
Elric's
Arnynn is too busy playing with his new hand.
And my ass, apparently.
Phrasing.
Oh, elves. See, this is why I'm playing a turtle. I don't have an ass.
What?
I poke Butch
Yeah,
in the plastron.
That's
How
not.
do you
Hey,
poop?
that's my plastron.
What do you mean a turtle doesn't have an ass?
How do you poop?
we don't. There's
It's in the shell.
yeah.
Pooping on your half shell?
Plastron power.
Moving on.
How do you get it out of your shell? Or
We
is it
are
just,
we
like,
are moving
partially
on.
full all the time?
We are moving on.
I
Thank
don't
you.
actually have an ass in my
Thank
shell.
you, DM.
With
Let's
a-
move on.
10
Good thing we've still
perception.
got 12 more days of this.
Arnynn is too busy messing with his new toy to notice anything. Orpheus is just
Those natural ones.
Gwen with a 15.
Hey, at least you didn't get a 0 like you would have a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elric with a 17. You guys are just continuing and walking and dealing with Arnynn and Arnynn's shenanigans. Arnanigans. Butch with a 23. You as you guys
Yeah.
are walking, you make it a few more miles before you notice. You come to another section of like. There's probably 5 tunnels that kind of converge in this one area. You're looking around and you see loose rubble along the floor in this intersection. Kind of looking through, you notice how a few of these tunnels look like they've recently opened up. Something potentially has been digging through here.
Did you say this is loose rubble?
Yeah, there's loose rubble on the ground right where all of these tunnels kind of converge.
Yeah, that's an odd moral judgment, but okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
It's not
Investigation, I
morally
guess.
upstanding rubble.
Yep, not morally upstanding.
As you continue, we'll
Fucking
keep on the 23. That's
slutty
fine.
rubble.
Can I look for tracks of underground things? I
Looking
know a lot about beasts now.
looking through the tracks and everything, the first thing you notice is actually on the edges of these openings, you see tool marks. So this doesn't appear to be like a natural creature or something. This is something that's been carved through. Looking in the dust and the dirt below you, you do notice dozens, what could potentially be dozens of footprints. Small footprints, roughly about the same size as embers.
Okay.
Rude.
So
Oh,
tool.
wait, you said the Underdark, didn't you, Elric?
We are underground.
All right.
Did we go
so-
deep enough for that?
It didn't take us going very deep to get to the Underdark in Conticaria.
Hey, Elric.
We're under the sea right now.
I have this Duragar skull. Can you locate object for another one that's still inside a Duragar?
That might be the most morbid use of that spell I'd ever attempt,
I
but
don't
I
think it
make
works
no
like that.
guarantees.
If, those are that. A gesture at the footprints.
If I'm looking for a skull, it would need to be in the same form that you have it now, not with flesh connected to other bones and, inside a currently living person.
Guys, I don't think Duragar wear kid. These are definitely kids.
I don't know. Nick said tools, so probably maybe art rock or progressive metal. Maybe some heavy metal.
A lot of in-tune screaming.
Are we following these footprints?
No, think we should keep going where we want
Does-
to go. Just keep an eye out for.
Does the coin tell us to follow the footprints?
The coin appears to be telling you to. So, like I said, there's about five. This kind of looks like roads coming together in downtown Cleveland. There's like 5 roads that are all just jacked together. There are 5 tunnels. You
5
see,
points.
there is. Looking after Butch points this out, and you're looking around. There is. Footprints in practically all of them. It does look like there was like one main tunnel that came through here, and then like 3 additional tunnels were branched off of this tunnel, like came in from one side and then or busted out from either one. You do see footprints heading down all of the tunnels. The coin is telling you to continue going straight in the main tunnel, but you do see it's kind of hard to tell the comings and goings of these footprints because there's just so many here that could
Alright.
potentially be going in any direction.
About how far out are we?
About halfway.
Right. What was the name of our contact whose tunnels she claims these to be her tunnels? What was her name?
Lysandra?
Was it Lysandra?
I believe it
Lysandra.
was.
Hey, Elric, we're on the other side of the world. Are Duragar like a monolithic culture? Are they all together, or they have sex?
How do you think they get little Duragar?
Oh my god. I should remind you that when I left the Underdark, I was 15.
That joke was so obvious, the voice in all of our heads made it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you don't.
Yeah, I've no idea. They might be completely different down here. They might be better. They might be worse. We don't know.
Elric left the Underdark when he was 15, so he was completely obsessed with sects.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Lysandra, halfway down tunnel, dwarves or Duragar broken in.
How you
They're
normally count?
exploring in both directions.
Looks
Just
like they're
thought you
digging.
should know.
They be digging.
Did he say his message out loud?
Yeah, I did.
They be digging.
They be digging. A couple moments pass before you hear Lysandra respond to you in your mind, and it's like, yeah, I saw those tracks last time I made the trip. Best to try and keep quiet and go about your business. Still haven't seen any.
So we don't know if we killed these Durgar, if we're reducing our enemy or just murdering random.
We've no idea. We're on the other side of the world right now.
Oh, it's probably a different group. I mean, right?
I don't
I used to
know.
think all humans were, humans. And then I discovered that some humans are actually decent people.
Well, all high elves are alien, except me and Mishra.
Huh.
I
Haven't
don't
really
even
thought
know
about
how
it.
to respond to that.
I'm a high elf. I'm allowed to say that.
I mean, the high elves that we met below ground seemed, pretty down to earth.
Yeah. Am I cutting out in the middle of sentences again?
Yep.
Awesome. I will speak up.
So, what are you all doing?
Keep going. Or wait, is it time to... Let's go like a mile or two and then put down camp.
Okay. So, no itching to investigate.
Investigate
Just-
what?
Oh my gosh.
These.
I cast light on your shield.
Durgar.
Should I re-roll perception?
Don't you have a torch?
Torches cost money.
Oh my god.
Now Butch is aware of money.
I'm aware of it. I just don't really have a good handle on it.
That's fair.
I don't really know how much torches cost.
Perry, you have submerged.
Yeah, you're also super blurry.
Oh no.
He
It's
really
letting you
is under
filter.
the ocean.
He was- he
All right,
was under-
so you guys are just going to continue business as normal down this pathway?
There's got to be somebody who needs some killing.
No. We don't. Or help. Someone might need help. I kind of doubt
Yeah,
it. though.
kill on once our character sheets are loaded.
Lysandra said to keep quiet.
Um,
But we could still shout down the tunnels to see if anyone needs any help. But that might alert them to our presence, and if they're not nice, that could be a problem.
Elric?
that.
Problem for them, not for us.
Get a
Elric,
little scouting.
Elric, go ahead and make another perception check for me as the resident Underdark expert.
I am going to cast skill empowerment on myself.
That's when we learned the walls have eyes. Whoa.
And
Go ahead, use up
Sigils.
all of those spells.
I am going to use up all of my spells.
That's what they're for, Nick.
No, not performance, perception.
Oh my god.
I forgot to add the other 4. Oh, wait, no, 5.
Thanks, Arnynn, for re-upping your subscription.
That's supposed to be me! That's supposed to be a 13.
It's supposed to be a 13? Okay. It's hard to tell in here because of the amount of traffic that's gone through here. However, since you are a denizen of the Underdark, you know what to look for. You take a closer look through these tracks and you notice that at first, anyone who wasn't well versed would not notice these and just see these potential Durgar tracks or dwarf tracks. You notice something else, a series of large circular tracks throughout, kind of weaving in and out, heavy deep imprints into this like fine layer of dust and debris. But large, probably 2 or 3 inch diameter, that seem to be making 2 lines from one tunnel to the next. And there seems to be quite a few of these as well.
Do I know what those prints mean?
Something arachnid. Something large and arachnid.
I
Well, that's
was
his favorite.
afraid of that.
Maybe it's your queen.
If we're going to make camp, we need to do it far from here.
Okay.
What's my passive insight is like 20.
While you might have only seen a few Driders in your time in the Underdark before you left, you have heard stories.
Elric, what's wrong?
You look paler than normal.
1, that's impossible. 2, we need to leave. We need to get out of here right now.
Oh,
I mean,
let's
look at it.
get a shift on. Oh wait, we should be quiet. Do you want to do pass without trace? So we can run quietly?
I can.
Is
No,
it
you
that
can't.
serious?
You might be able to, but you can't can.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
able.
I mean, I may be
You're
able
not
to
the
do
real
that.
Gwen.
I can definitely.
Nope.
Fuck. I am certainly able to cast Pass Without a Trace if you would like, Butch.
I'm just saying, Elric looks real unhappy, so we should be stealthy and stuff.
Without a
Like
trace.
Ulrich always says, we should make like a tree and get out of here.
I think we should make like a tree and fuck off.
Yeah, that's,
And then I
that's
cast
the
Pass
saying.
Without a Trace.
Everybody roll stealth.
That's an inside joke. Oh my gosh.
Yep. That's the saying. That's how that saying goes.
Ignore that.
Let me cast stealth or roll stealth, buddy.
That's actually a 43.
Ooh, 27.
What do you mean? Oh, shit.
I'm going to recast skill empowerment on myself one more time
You
to help me out.
Really
Yeah,
don't want to get it.
Absolutely not.
All right, so Ember with a 28. Butch with a 28 as well. Arnynn with a 43, you said? Jeez.
42.
42, sorry. Gwen with
Actually-
a 27.
I haven't been using my boots. Does that put me at advantage for being sneaky?
It wouldn't be a straight roll.
It would be a straight roll because you have metal, you have plate armor, which gives you disadvantage.
All right.
So Gwen with a 27, Orpheus with a 17, and Elric with a natural 1.
Well, we are underground. So
Natural 1 for a 19 total.
It's still a natural 1 though.
we're underground.
Oh man,
You hear suddenly as you
there's
all
no
Are you the
natural
one who wants
20s
to
in
be the
skill
most
checks. Why are there
stealthy?
natural ones?
I mean, wait, if we're doing natural ones, we get natural 20s too, right?
I mean, natural 20s
No,
definitely
this-
help. It's all dependent. It's all dependent on
Definitely
what you're
help.
trying to do. If you tell me you want to evil Knievel over the Grand Canyon, even if you roll a natural 20, you're not going to fucking do it. But if you say that you're, stealthing past something and you roll a natural 20, then absolutely. There are limits to it's not like a hard set pressed rule. There are limits to it. You can always fuck something up no matter how good you are. But you can't magically jump 500 feet across the fucking chasm.
But Pass Without Trace does give magical smoothing over.
It does. And that's
Reference
definitely being
our first roll in this entire campaign.
yeah.
Where Arnynn rolled natural 1 dex check.
Yeah, and fell into a damn pit.
Yep, that happened.
That
That
was
straight up happened.
That was session 0. That was
Session
not.
0.
That was not streamed. I should put that out at some point as a bonus episode because I still have the recording. It's just it's in terrible format because we weren't using face cams.
That's true.
Anyway.
That should be a Patreon bonus.
Yeah, that might be a Patreon bonus right there.
Body cams.
Yeah. All right.
It's just all of our torsos.
All right. So
Make it sound
you
like
all
a
start heading down this path.
That's ominous.
Hold on. So you all start heading down this path, and first off, Arnynn practically disappears into the darkness. You all are able to kind of keep an eye on him, but barely, as he continues leading the way down. Then from behind you, you just hear the shuffling of Elric's feet in the dirt.
Ulrich, cheeks are clapping so loud right now.
That's not even my cheeks. Those are my
You're not being
shoes. I'm
sneaky cheeks. You're
Elric,
being
I'm just going to
squeaky
carry you. Which
hole
goes
is
to
whistling.
pick up Elric.
just gonna mutiny.
As you continue,
Just starts screaming to draw attention to it.
you're able to make it out of this general area without any sense of anything like detecting you. However,
The fireball was a dead giveaway.
yeah, as you continue, you how long does pass without a trace? Is that an hour?
Hour.
So you continue for the better part of the next hour at a slower pace, but you are
A medium pace.
no. You do make it to a point where you no longer see an abundance of footprints anymore, and the rubble has subsided as you continue deeper down into this cavern. So, how much or how long would you want to continue walking, knowing that you spent 8 hours in flight mode, more or less?
The whole rest of the day. What are the tracks? Do they get less and less, or we're just going down a tunnel? I
If you
assume
tell
they
me
stay
what to
the
look
same.
for, I might be able to find them.
The majority of the footprints that you saw were in that intersection, it's not so much that the footprints disappear so much as there's not as much dust, or the ground itself turns into a more solid surface, so they just kind of disappear into that surface. They're no longer present because before in that intersection you had like this bit from the excavation as well as everything else. You had like this fine layer of dust and very small rocks. Whereas the further away from that you got, the less dirt was present, and you started walking on more solid stone. So, as you continue, you make it probably another 6 to 8 hours total of walking time before your bodies start feeling it and you start feeling like you're going to need to rest soon. You can imagine that you have made it probably another roughly 20 miles. So you've made it a total of about 110 miles this day. You still
How
have
long is the total?
about 250 is what she said. So you still have another 140 miles to
Let's sleep. Sorry.
As you create your hut and everything, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Woo! So give us like 10 minutes and we will be right back to see what happens next. So stick with us. We'll be right back. And we
Which
are
guard do you ask?
back. Thank you again. Which card? God damn it. Thank you again for waiting for us. All right. So you all huddle inside the tiny hut. Is there anything that you want to do this evening before taking your rest? I will take that rousing amount of silence as a no.
Consider my life choices.
Fair enough.
I mean, my prepared spells.
I mean,
I'm going to.
pinch Elric's butt again, but I think you probably know it's me.
Oh my god! Stop. I'm going to, after deftly avoiding a magical mage hand game of grab ass, going to try and probably fail to go to sleep with the thought of possibly being watched or tracked by driders.
Yeah, we should have watches tonight.
Easy enough.
Can I summon a celestial to keep watch?
I don't
Can I
think that's how
summon a
that works.
celestial and give them like a little bell and have them walk around so they get eaten first?
I don't think that's how that works.
No.
Especially considering its concentration, you would have to stay awake to do it. You cannot concentrate while
I have many
sleeping.
skills.
I mean, technically, you can call forth a celestial, and it will do watch for you, but you would have to stay awake for it.
You want to take a watch?
I want to sleep.
You could use the horn to just totally abuse the privilege.
Oh my god!
no.
What's the elephant doing nowadays? We want some rest.
Summon him to do our watch.
That is
We just all wake up in existential dread.
we
You put Miss Swiss out there?
How many
do
watches
not
do we need?
3 total.
Miss Swiss is an emotional.
Well, we got 3
support
elves.
That's what you typically do, because the 3 elves only need 4 hours each. So
Yep.
Boy, elves are cool. I can't believe you guys only need 4 hours of rest. Boy, how cool!
technically,
I wish
it's
I
a-
could do that. But
Technically,
unfortunately,
it's
little
it's a
old human
trance.
me, I gotta get my full 8 hours, or I get
8
real
hours,
cranky.
buddy. It's ticking by.
Yeah, get your 8 hours. It's fine. We'll cover you.
No more talking.
Cover me while I snooze.
8-hour solidarity.
you divvy up your watches. You continue, or you one by one sleep. Each one of you, roll me a d20. Arnynn, Gwen, and Elric.
Word. Elric fails.
Hey. Let the dice decide that.
All right, Gwen rolls a 6. Arnynn rolls an 8. Elric rolls a 17. Fantastic.
This is Spec 17 Driders.
Yeah, 17. Suddenly, 17 Driders show up.
I quit. I defect. I turn on the party. Whisk me away.
I feel like you just get eaten at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nothing eventful happens through the night. Gwen, at one point you do hear what sounds like skittering coming from far away during your watch. You just hear this, but you sit there for a minute, kind of silently, realize after a second you've been holding your breath in anticipation. And after a couple minutes, the sound gets quieter and moves off. So,
Am I the one who noticed that?
no, Gwen was.
Oh.
So, the rest of you, basically, because if you rolled a 5 or lower, there was going to be bad things happen.
Oops, I crapped my pants.
So, you all end up getting your rest. You rouse at your own pace in the morning, or at least what you think is morning. It's really hard to tell down here. Going on nothing but your circadian rhythm. The day is yours. You know you have about 140 miles left to travel.
Damn cicadas.
I was like circadian, huh?
Hey, Gwen.
Circadian? Whatever the hell.
We just scream. We just sit there and go, ah!
You know what? We're in bug country. I'm going to let it pass.
Yeah.
You mean how
Like
I
a driver's
totally
feet on cicadas.
totally prepared Windwalk before I rested?
Wonderful.
So,
The 16 hours pass and we're out of the hole.
as you continue wind walking and the such, yeah, pretty much, yeah. You guys travel through the use of Elric's bracers, Elric's windwalk. Another 8 hours make it roughly just under 100 miles. You have a little over 40 miles left to travel. Are you just using Gwen's windwalk at that
Yeah.
point? Use Gwen's
It's
windwalk.
Gwen's turn.
Use Wynn's Gwen walk.
We're Gwen walking right now.
Gwen's wind walk. You make it another probably. You notice now that the closer you get to the exit, the fewer and fewer offshoots of this tunnel there are.
Instead of gas, we turn into like a cloud of spores.
Yeah.
Ew.
Probably another 2 hours before everybody make a perception check for me.
Perception.
If you insist.
Oh my god.
Like, I'd rather we didn't.
These numbers are awesome.
Yeah, I rolled an Orpheus.
Are
right.
they?
I rolled a 1 and a 4. So
Arnynn
far.
with a 26, Ember with a 7, Gwen with a 14, Butch with a 10, Elric with a 15, and Orpheus,
Yes.
are you even rolling?
He got
I
a
did
4.
roll. I got a 4.
got a 4?
I saw a 20. Did a die get knocked over onto it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Doesn't count.
Why don't I see Orpheus's roll? Well, that
I
sucks.
didn't see any of the sparkles.
It's between Gwen and Butch.
Yeah, I don't have anything between Gwen and Butch.
That's
It's a 4.
weird.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Arnynn, good. Since you are, it makes sense that since you are leading up the pack, you make it probably just shy of the extra like 40 miles before you notice. First off, the first thing you hear is there's as you're continuing down this path, you notice a rumble that the further you go, the louder it gets. As you
Butch is getting hungry.
yeah. As you continue, this rumble starts turning into a loud, like, just consistent, like, white noise.
Does it sound natural?
Yeah, it would sound very natural. Go ahead and make me a survival or make me a nature check. Make me a nature check.
Anyone?
Well, he's the one that hears it, so
13.
it doesn't sound, or it definitely sounds natural. You're not entirely sure what it is, but it sounds. It doesn't sound like. It sounds like just a deep rumbling, like consistent noise.
So it's not like ODOT.
No.
Machinery.
Okay.
Are you continuing towards it?
We're still gassy.
Are you, or do you drop at this point? You probably have another half mile left, you think.
Not as soon as I realize the sound's getting louder and louder, I probably would stop and change.
So you transform. Are the rest of you transforming as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you transform.
It's like a chain domino effect. You roll terrible if like one of us didn't just flew past.
So you all
We become
transform.
one collective cloud.
And then as you're walking, after you transform, are you continuing at that point?
I'll kind of stealth forward and scout.
Go ahead. Roll your stealth.
Do you tell us what's going on or just disappear?
Well, I'd point it out as you guys are solidifying,
Okay.
and then just go into scout mode where I go a little bit before you guys.
Sure.
That's a 32.
All right. So
There it is.
Arnynn kind of disappears into the. And for those at home, his character sheet is not updating, and they leveled up after last session, which is why the numbers he's saying are not the same as what you're seeing on the screen. So, You kind of move forward and you inch down this hallway, and you notice that noise is getting louder, and it's almost deafening as the path ahead of you suddenly you come to a point, or you're coming up to a point
wait.
where it is turning.
It is +2, not +1, so it should be 33.
Okay. You're
Because
moving.
I have expertise. Sorry.
Okay. So you're moving up to, you notice probably about 10 or 15 feet ahead of you. The path has a pretty significant turn to the right, and you do see some light emitting, like kind of cresting into that, kind of hitting
So it's
the
a
wall.
turn, not an offshoot.
Yeah, it's the whole pathway just turns, and as you're walking up there and you notice this light, the other thing you notice is the floor of this tunnel is damp, and that sound is almost deafening here.
What do I see when I peep around the corner?
You peep around the corner and you see that this cave, this tunnel that you've been traveling in for the better part of 2 days, opens up onto a wooden, balcony almost, right next to a massive, massive waterfall.
Okay.
The tunnel itself probably goes 15, 20 feet before you would step out on this wooden, almost observation platform right next to this huge waterfall.
Okay. I'll just wave everybody forward. I don't see anybody. Just
No.
a wall.
And you do notice at this point, the light is very much like sunset. You guys have been basically going through the entire day, so the sun you're starting to get the oranges and pinks and purples of sunset kind of drifting into the cave.
That sounds pretty.
So continue on and check out what's out there.
As you walk out, give me just 1 second here. All right. So you step out and you find yourself on this kind of half circle platform that's attached to the side of this cliff, right next to this massive waterfall. You look to your right and you're looking into the fall itself. You look to your left and you're looking over a vast ocean. You look up, you're probably first you look down and you're probably 800 to 1,000 feet from the crashing shore below. Rocks barely visible through the mist of the waterfall. You look over and the waterfall itself is probably 50 feet wide. Looking up, or you kind of trace your eyes along this rickety balcony on this little makeshift platform here. Looks like at one point it was pretty well constructed, but time and lack of attention, boards have started to fall through and looks like it's been abandoned for a little while. Looking across this, you see a ladder to your left, almost perpendicular to, or almost in line with the cave entrance you just came through. Going up to a pathway that climbs the side of this cliff up probably another 200 feet.
I mean, the top of a huge waterfall would probably be a a good landmark for the captain to find us at, right, guys?
For sure.
Yes.
Anybody want to contact him?
Elric, are you just winding your way out of there, or
I'm winding my way out of there.
are you going out of the tunnel completely? And where are you? Are you flying up, or
I'm
what?
I'm at the edge.
You're at the edge, like of the
Oh,
little.
glory!
Arnynn was the edgelord here.
If you go to the edge of the little platform there, and it's a small little platform. It's basically, you can tell that this platform is literally just an extension of this. Somebody built this ladder down to this platform just to get into this cave. Like, it's not for it's not for any kind of like form. It's just functional. It's literally just kind of like this couple foot wide little pathway to get into this cave.
Okay. I am going to exit, go up into the air.
So you start floating up, and you see that this pathway, while overgrown with some weeds and everything, still seems to see its fair share of traffic. As you continue up, you follow this with your eyes, or your misty eyes, whatever. This pathway goes up, winds up this cliffside, the probably 200 feet or so, and you find a decent sized house sitting on the edge of this cliff, a little ways back, not like on the edge, but right near the edge here. A decent sized house. You do see holes in the roof. Some of the wooden beams have fallen over. Definitely not well kept. Next to it, you see a patch of land with a fence that seems to be falling apart, kind of around what appears to be an overgrown, potentially garden at one point. Fairly large garden, small farm, if you will.
I'm going to solidify, maybe.
In the middle of the air and fall to your doom.
No. Not today. I'm going to solidify maybe 20 feet away from that house.
You solidify right near this house. You notice that there is no front door. There's just
There is no door.
a gaping hole where the door was at one point.
Form of spore, and I'll go up to.
Do I see any evidence of recent traffic?
Make a perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I did before and cast skill empowerment, because that's totally helped me in the last couple times I've tried.
If I use it enough, it'll work.
One day it'll work. Okay. Let's see.
I'm just climbing up the steps.
Easy enough.
The perception.
The ladder, Butch, is a little a little sketchy as you
Okay.
make up. You do feel it kind of creaking a little bit, but you're able to make it up without an
I'm-
issue.
550 pounds.
Yeah, you're able to make it up. It creaks a little bit and gives a little bit under your weight, but all right, with a 29 perception, psycho.
I'm really invested in being sure.
Are you going into the house, or are you just looking on the outskirts of the house?
I am on the outskirts of the house. I'm looking for, be it like recently disturbed footprints, any signs of like someone having messed with that gate or that garden that seems to have been left alone for a long time.
So you do notice footprints in the dirts. They don't look recent. It looks like it's been at least a few weeks, if not longer, since they've been there, or since somebody's walked through here. You do see a few tracks, though, and you do notice at some point in the past, or probably a few weeks ago, somebody was here. But as for recent activity, you can't really tell, or you can't really you don't really notice anything, is what I meant to say.
Okay. With that information, I would check inside.
So you step into this house. Give me 2 seconds here. I should have had this prepared, but I closed the thing because I was like, oh, they won't get to the house this time. Of course you'll get to the house. First floor. There it is. All right. So you walk in this door and you're meted with a long hallway. You do see 2 doors on the left-hand side, and then 1 door about halfway down on the right-hand side. The hallway, this foyer area, foyer if you're fancy, there's remnants of what appeared to be a red runner that ran the length of it, and at the about halfway through, you do see a broken down table on the left-hand wall, as well as two overgrown potted plants at the opposite side that have grown over this table with a cracked mirror that is reflecting you back at it.
Did he go in?
He stepped inside, yeah.
When
Yeah,
he
I
does
did
that, I'll
step
start
inside.
solidifying on the porch.
Okay. And like I said, there's a door almost immediately to your left, as well as another door at the other end of the hall to your left. And then about halfway down the hall on the right, there's a door as well. These doors all seem to be slightly ajar, but in different stages of disrepair, but still function at least enough to block your view from where you're standing.
I'll get there eventually.
I'm going to, with my spear kind of outstretched from myself, I'm going down this hall.
Is everybody else coming up?
I'll say throughout this, yeah, everybody else has made it up and has solidified. So you're all kind of standing on the front porch-ish area while Elric is going through this.
Using my spear, I'm going to just kind of poke each door open to see if I see anything.
Starting on the door to the first door on your left, you kind of push it forward and kind of glance in. Directly across from the door, you see a long, cold fireplace. Remnants of the last fire still inside. Soot-stained hearth above. right to the right of the door, you see a large bookcase. Quite a few old tomes on it. Most look very worn and more or less fall. You get the feeling that if you touch them, the paper would more or less disintegrate in your hands. Across from that, kind of behind the door, if you peek in, you'd see a rotted old sofa with a table sitting next to it. The table's actually been knocked over, lying on a kind of half like bug-eaten and dry-rotted circular rug that covers the floor, the majority of the floor in this room.
Why do I feel like I'm back in Barovia? And then going to check the next room.
The next one on the left?
Mm-hmm.
Moving down to the next door on the left, you open it, and what you see is actually a staircase that kind of wraps the other three walls of the room, going up a few to a landing, turning up a few steps, landing, turning up a few steps, and almost exiting above where you are. You see a few kind of half-broken crates in the area below the steps.
Not taking the steps just yet. I'm going to try the other room as well.
You push open that door, and what you see are 3 wooden stairs that go down to a like paver stone floor. In that area, you see a large, like, wooden. The word escapes me. Basically, like a rudimentary bathtub, almost like a barrel, like half of a barrel. You see a small desk down there, as well as a wine rack with a few broken bottles on it. You see almost like a prep counter on the other side with a few rotten remnants of vegetables, a stove in the corner. And across from you, you see another door.
Ooh, is any of the wine still good?
I'll follow into the house. Let him explore it.
With your 29 perception, though, that you did roll, next, below the half barrel that you assume is some sort of makeshift bathtub, you see peeking out of one corner wooden slats in this stone floor. And then, like I said, there's another door directly across from you.
Curious. Arnynn.
Yeah. I'll come join him in the room.
I've almost cleared this floor. There's another door, and then, as I'm saying then, I'm going to push the half barrel off of the planks that are in the stone.
Push the barrel, it kind of clatters over to the side, and you reveal a trapdoor underneath it.
You want me to take a look?
After you.
Check it for traps.
The trapdoor or the other door?
Yeah, the trapdoor.
Go ahead and roll to your investigation.
So that's 21.
21. Yeah, you notice There are a few rudimentary tripwires that have been laced throughout the slats in this door.
Wait, 22. 22.
Same thing.
There's what?
You notice that there appears to be a handful of tripwires that have been laced in and out of these slats in this door.
Okay. Try to disarm them. Or
It's a trap
cut
door.
them or
It's in the
whatever.
name.
That's true. All right, go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
It's in the name.
I'll tell Eric that it's wired.
Let me know if I need to cast knock on it.
26.
26,
Disarm.
without an issue, you're able to go through and kind of snip these wires in specific places. And you feel pretty confident that you have completely disarmed this.
I guess that's a 28. No. Was that one 27?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
It's really trying to hammer home what the number's supposed to be.
The number at this point is just called pedantic. So yes, you feel like you have successfully disarmed the traps on this.
After you.
All right. Spear in one hand, use my open hand to open this trap door.
You open.
Are we all in there?
Have you all gone in with them?
I'm expecting the bottles of wine.
Yeah. So.
I mean,
more or
we're in
less,
the
yes.
building, but we're not necessarily following them through the trapdoor unless we declare it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So, Butch, unfortunately, all the bottles appear to be broken, or the
I was
bottles that are still
expecting them-
there.
I thought they might be trapped and they blow up in my face.
So you open up
Trap
this
bottle.
trap door and make a perception check for me.
I'm still concentrating on skill empowerment. The perception. It's a 19.
So you look down. Oh crap! I'm too many tabs open. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. You look down in this and you see this ladder that goes down to almost like a little wooden makeshift platform inside of a large cave. Throughout, you see crates and boxes kind of filling this area.
Crates and boxes. That's. Is that before I step down in there, or is that what I find?
That's what
step
you
down in
see
there?
when you first open and you look down.
Okay, I'm gonna step down in there.
So you step down in there, and yeah, you see that this cave itself is probably fairly circular, probably about 20 feet in diameter. And you just see like dozens of crates.
Are there any
Here
barrels?
he is.
And barrels, yeah.
Oh God, crates and barrels. Well, I have to check all of them.
You good?
Before I open any of them, I call up. Nothing but crates and barrels down here.
So Are you opening any of them?
I'm going to systematically open each and every one from left to right.
Okay, so there's some that are stacked up. There's quite a bit. The majority of these barrels that you open, you see significant or different substances in each. The first one you open up and you see this shimmering powder, this fine powder, almost kind of like indigo or turquoisey blue color with just this like pearlescent shimmer to it.
Set that crate off to the side.
Open up another one, and you see dried leaves of some sort that seem to be kind of ground down into consistency almost of like an oregano or something like that.
Nice. Hey, I'm thinking about it, and I'm gonna look around. Do I see any like thieves' cants or anything on these walls or the door? Or
You do, actually.
Oh shit!
what does it read? Do they belong to our friend?
Yes, you get the distinct feeling that these belong to the smuggler that helped you leave, and you remember the place that you met her in.
Yeah, and I'll holler down to Elric. Hey, these are probably Lysandra's. She's marked the area up here.
As I hear that, I continue to go through every box.
The markings, yeah, the markings would probably be on the underside of the trapdoor.
Trapdoor. Yeah.
Next box, you find these. This crate is filled with these like bioluminescent, like glowing roots. Make a history check, Elric.
Make a Gwen check because she looks excited.
Gwen's not there, but she's got a feeling.
18.
So you, being a teenager in the Underdark, this is something that you recognize. This is something known as glow root. This is
That's apt.
known, yeah. This is a narcotic, more or less, that is known to, when you chew it or smoke it, it produces a calming, euphoric effect and heightens magical awareness. You get the feeling that all of these are just a stockpile
Drugs.
of the drugs that she's smuggling into that opium den.
This one takes the edge off. This one puts the edge back on. This one gets you about as high as some can get you all the way into the ground.
On uppers and downers, I'm good.
Uppers, downers, lefters, righters,
The one that lets you
Stay
talk to
centered.
the dead.
and purely centered.
Throughout
You
your
could just become a monk.
Throughout your investigation, you find roughly 12 different substances in these barrels and crates in here.
Right. I think I might have spied some other pupils at the wizard school taking some of these.
Wizard speed.
If the test takes 24 hours to complete, sometimes you have to take a certain substance in order to last the 24 hours.
Big crate and no does.
Well, this is quite the collection.
Does it? Is any of it like fentanyl? He touched it and he's gonna start spasming.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
No,
Hey, at least it's not Constitution. Oh, if you fail the dex check, then it's the con check.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha.
I'm gonna say I opened the boxes and didn't exactly put my hands.
One thing that you do notice in one of the boxes, you open it up and there is these vials of this like sickly green vapor, and actually some of it does escape as you open it. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it, you gave him ideas. You did this to me.
I was going to investigate the rest of the house, but then I got high. What am I doing down in this room?
That's
I'm
a 10.
fucking high.
Okay, so you kind of, some of this green vapor enters your nose and enters your lungs, and suddenly everything is very, very loud around you. Arnynn, what are you thinking right now?
Am I thinking?
Yes, what are you thinking in this moment?
You better put those boxes back the way you found them. We're gonna have the fucking mob after.
Elric, you hear this.
I'll put the boxes back how I found them. Don't worry.
Just a couple
Better go down
ounces
and make sure
lighter.
he does it right.
Right?
You hear the collective thoughts of anyone who is within range of you. You hear the thoughts of every single member of your party right now.
Oh no.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
That I should have seen coming.
You just hear screaming from inside Gwen's head, by the way.
Which is resisting the urge to clean.
In his mind?
Yeah, because I see all the stuff that really should be clean and tidied, but that would give away that this is a place that people, this should remain looked abandoned. Oh, look, the kitchen. No, I really shouldn't prepare any food here. Because
Or
that would give away that this is a...
Orpheus, what's going through your mind right now as you're walking into this room?
I hate these guys.
Sid?
Just Sid?
All of these just barrage
Just
of
thinking
thoughts.
we should probably contact Sid is what he's thinking.
Just
Aw.
one
But
after
it's
another
more
after
fun.
another at the same time. Just this barrage of thoughts of every member of your team.
After squinting through this barrage and closing all of the boxes, they're all closed. Are you happy?
Wait,
Is what I think.
did you respond out loud to my thought?
Oh yeah, I said that out loud.
What the hell? I don't think. How many buttholes do you have?
I
Use your
slap you
mage
in the
hand and
face.
find out.
I
Count them
slap,
with your mage fingers.
I slap Arnynn across the face. To that baby shark, I start clapping on 1 and 3. I tell Butch we can clean later, and then I tell Gwen, would you please bring it down?
He is the cicada.
All of the notches.
I didn't say anything, Elric.
Oh, Gwen.
And we're going to contact Sid.
You're here.
Here in a moment.
I need you here.
Out of all of those things that you said, one sounded like a command. So Gwen, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
He's got some powerful drugs.
I said, take
Green vapor's a hell of a drug.
18?
18. All right. It's successful, but you feel at first this, when he says, please take it down, you feel this overwhelming urge to just silence all of yourself, but then you shake it off and you're like, wait a minute, what?
What's going on, Elric? You're doing some weird shit right now. We didn't see him take drugs, or we didn't see him
I
in
saw
the crates.
him in the drug room. I'm guessing what's going on.
Wait, there's a drug room?
I'm not doing anything weird. All of you have been yelling and making music at the top of your lungs for the past minute.
There has been nothing coming out of my mouth. We've all been relatively quiet, I think.
Oh, absolutely not. So you haven't been screaming.
Only on the inside?
I'm gonna look at him and say,
Grandpa
in the think in my head, do you see my lips moving?
Oh no. No. Mm-mm. This can't be happening right now.
All right, Butch is thinking very loudly, what do you call a seagull that flies over a bay?
Could you please tell that terrible joke at about 10,000 decibels lower, please?
Butch, make a wisdom saving throw.
Cold showers. Baseball, cold showers.
Baseball cold showers.
19. For a second, you have the urge to retell the joke, but really quiet, but then you shake it off.
I'm gonna think, did you make me look like a meester on purpose?
I didn't make you look like anything on purpose, let alone on accident. I made you look high elven.
Who's High Elven exactly?
Is my passive insight of 20 telling me anything?
I mean, yeah, he's...
Okay.
There's something real weird going on right now.
Thanks.
Something might have expanded my mind here.
Oh boy.
Might have expanded it a little too far.
I try to focus in the internal screaming that happens anytime Gwen's mind wanders and just think. Well, I try to think nothing, actually, if I can avoid it. Or like I try to think about thinking quietly.
Elric,
Does it help?
is there anybody else in this house thinking besides us?
I'm catching on to what everybody's saying, so I'm gonna purposely start thinking about naked Polly Shore. Welcome, Elric.
The hero of the tower defense.
I'm gonna mutiny right
He's
now.
showing you his weasel.
I'm gonna mind blast everyone.
Gwen, yes, it does seem like you are able to lower your thoughts slightly. You think
Elric, do you
quieter.
hear anybody else besides us in this house?
Is there a
I'm going to say...
additional voice?
I'm going to say for the sake of this, roll a Constitution saving throw. This is basically going to be like a concentration check to see if you can concentrate past everything that's happening. All of these intentional and unintentional thoughts of the 5 people surrounding you.
Ooh.
9.
That's a 9. You cannot make heads or tails of anything past what's going on in your immediate vicinity.
Butch is winding up a lesser restoration. But Founder wants me to target you. Son of a gun, just let me cast a spell.
Are you freaking out, Elric?
Are you freaking out, man?
I think I might be witnessing other people freaking out. The kind of freaking out that you don't really tell anyone.
He seems to be freaking out, right, Meow?
All right, I'm going to cast
His
my
eyes bouncing all around.
Good. Wait for the thing to do the thing.
All right, Butch, you're casting lesser restoration.
Yep.
All right, yeah. After
Poison.
after he casts that, it takes a second, but your mind clears and everything quiets, and suddenly you don't hear the thoughts of everyone around you.
I'm going to think 2. You have 2.
I'm gonna use telepathy to just keep screaming. Like as soon as I see Butch finish casting, I'm just gonna scream into Elric's mind.
You are evil.
It doesn't become very clear that she's the only voice I can hear
Oh,
in my
yes.
head.
Yeah,
at
it
this
becomes
point.
very clear that it is only Gwen's voice.
You can stop now.
Fine.
Is the drug room downstairs?
Yeah, it's underneath the trap door. So you went down. You went down like 3 steps into a lower level and found a trap door that went down into a cave below those.
Yeah. This is why you shouldn't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
I'm going to go upstairs.
Wasn't there a door that we hadn't opened?
There was
yeah.
an additional door.
You don't want to identify the drugs or anything first?
I think we should
Sure. You know what?
hands off the drugs.
I'm gonna go all the way back down. I'm going to identify each drug.
That involves like handling.
Oh, you're gonna. I just meant the one that you got affected by. But if you want to identify each drug, you can. Here, this is.
We'll stick to the one that actually altered my.
All right,
Let's keep to that one.
I sent you a DM with the with
Okay.
what you were affected by.
He caught the
Okay.
vapors.
He got the vapors.
I think you absolutely need to
That's-
explain what drug you were on to everyone.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna do that. I didn't want to assume, but I had kind of thought this might be the case. The vapor that I accidentally inhaled is a drug called mind flay.
Did you say mind flaying?
Mind flay. It's vapor distilled from the psychic energy of dead mind flayers.
Oh,
Hey, it's dead mind players. Am I right? Good on whoever put this down.
Once inhaled, it enhances the intellect and grants psionic abilities, such as telepathy to experience. Although it should also, in some cases, grant telekinesis or even mind control. Fear I might have had on. At least attempted.
You're
once or
cutting out a
twice.
little
Your
bit.
mic's doing my thing.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It would seem that it also, apart from telepathy, grants telekinesis and in some cases even mind control. There's also an intense connection to the collective consciousness of others while on the drug. Side effects include prolonged can cause irreversible damage to the user's mind, leading to insanity, paranoia, or psychic feedback that fries the user's brain. Chronic users may become addicted to the sensation of shared consciousness and start losing their sense of individuality.
That
Talk
sounds
to your
awful.
drug dealer.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, consult your drug dealer and ask them if mind flay is right for you.
I was going to say that was starting to sound like a
Diarrhea.
pharmaceutical commercial.
Not recommended for introverts.
Oh God.
Yeah,
People that
no,
hate people.
This would be death to an introverted person.
Do you want
Or
to
narcissists.
Do you want to identify the rest, or are you just going to go with that one?
No, I'm gonna identify the rest. I am
Jesus Christ! I gotta
I'm morbidly curious now.
All right, I gotta send you all of these.
I know you
Oh,
mentioned
no.
low
Are
root
you going
for
to
one of
identify
them.
the rest by tasting them again?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, it's a pity.
Because I got more mental images I can send you.
While he's
I'm here for
identifying, I'll
you.
check out that door.
Yeah, never.
All right, give me a second here. I gotta take screenshots of all of these.
Oh, no
So
good
there's some serious substances being moved.
All right, that's everything except for the one that I already sent you.
Gotcha.
All right, as he is identifying those, Arnynn, you go up to look at the door, and you open this door, and you notice this is just appears to be a storeroom back here. There's a rack full of rotted firewood, a couple barrels, a couple boxes that are half destroyed and seem to have some sort of like almost composted foodstuffs in them at this point. A couple sacks in the corner with root vegetables that have completely like sprouted eyes and roots throughout, breaking through the burlap sacks.
Burlap sacks. Burlap
I think
sacks
we
is fun to
found
say. Burlap sacks.
I think we found the important room. Jesus. Keep seeing my microphone go out.
Yeah.
I thankfully don't hear you thinking that.
Thinking what?
That you found the important room.
Mm-hmm. Should we bother investigating the other floors?
Oh,
Is anybody going to call Sid?
I was going to call Sid,
call.
but then I got high.
wait.
Sure, I
So
can do
you
that.
take
Orpheus has the sending stone.
I mean, he's probably
You
going
do.
to take him a while to get here.
You take a few minutes to go through the other floors of the house. You go up the stairs and you do find like basically a study, a bedroom with everything very old, dilapidated, threadbare. More or less the only thing up there is a bedroom, a study, and then like a small closet area, nothing of value. And then you go up into, there's a ladder that goes up to like a tower room, basically like a small attic area. And you notice another small bed up there, as well as another fireplace, and a few trinkets, a couple books, and you actually see a few small worn dolls, like homemade dolls up there as well.
Doll heads. Nothing outstanding. Any of that stuff.
Nothing that you notice now. It seems like whatever was of value has either been pilfered or disintegrated long
Snorted.
ago. Or yeah, save for what you found in
Shut
that.
up.
Yeah, save for what you found in the secret cave, the smuggler's cave.
We should probably put that barrel back, too.
I think Elric's still
yeah.
Elric's still down there identifying everything.
Yeah, I'm like, since I'm casting it as a ritual, that I'm going to be at that a while. So this will happen while
Is there any moon sugar down there?
Oh, absolutely not.
Funny.
What's this little continent called? This peninsula area country? Anything?
It's the country is the Hofsfeldian Empire.
We already told him to head towards the mainland. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's. Orpheus is gonna look around the town to see if there's any kind of identifying.
It's
marks,
not. You don't
name
notice
of the village or anything like that, or signs, anything like that.
It's not really a village. It's really just the one house up here on the cliffside. The biggest sign would be the massive, gigantic waterfall.
Okay. Well, I'll give Sid a call then.
We're in a drug house near a big ass waterfall.
Do not give Sid, do not give Sid ideas.
It's a trap.
Nope.
All right.
So these are some hardcore, seriously hardcore substance.
What are you sending to Sid?
Arrived at the mainland. Landmark is massive waterfall with small building nearby. I'll keep the drug den to myself. Anything else? Ready for pickup as soon as you can arrive.
Arrive's one word, not two.
Oh, did I count syllables there?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, bye.
We got drugs.
We got drugs. Few
We're
moments.
holding.
A few moments go past, and you hear. I'm not
All right.
I'm not entirely sure where that is, but I'm sure a big ass waterfall should be pretty easy to find. I'll head in that direction and see if we can spot you or the house.
All right, I'll head back to the house and check up on Elric.
Elric is in a fugue state going through all of these drugs, identifying all of the drugs.
Skooma.
And there are, barrels full of this stuff.
So the drugs are just loose in a barrel?
Some of them are in vials. Some of them are like powders that are or crushed plants or stuff like that is loose in the barrel.
What was the mind flare?
Those were vials. Those were vials of a mist, like a smoke that had been bottled.
Yeah, that you'd have to huff it for it to work. Or, in my case, accidentally inhale.
You do notice that while you're looking through there, you do see that one of the vials had broken, which is why the mist was in that box when you opened it.
Every single one of these drugs has a beneficial effect with an awful side effect.
They also carry the side effect of the mob that owns them knows we came through here.
Mm-hmm.
These are Scott, for an idea. These are basically spices from Star Wars Galaxies.
Nice.
You can see some of the inspiration here.
Spice.
Do you spice?
Do you spice? Okay.
Any luck contacting the captain?
Yeah, he's going to try to find us. The only thing I had were our landmarks, so I'd reference
I mean,
the waterfall and the.
I could do
building.
a moonbeam. If you have any idea when.
I mean, he's been on the way since we left, so I imagine he's not too far away.
Who then in the hells trades
Okay.
in lich dust?
Oh,
Joe.
shit.
Joe
What's
does.
lich dust?
I disarmed the drug lord's trapdoor.
Yeah, you better rearm that.
Lich dust?
Yeah.
Well, the dust itself is the remains of a
Remains of what?
A despicable lich?
destroyed lich.
Same difference.
When you snort it, it halts aging and makes people immune to the death effects or necrotic damage.
What are the
Unfortunately, if you
consequences?
keep using it, you could develop a hunger for life energy.
Ah, yep, there's the rub.
Yeah.
Is there like a threshold?
Pretty sure
just
Butch already has
asking
that.
for some-
Do you want to
Hey.
become what you snort?
I mean, no.
Is that what you wanna
That's
risk?
why I'm asking about a threshold, Elric.
No lich dust. We're saying no.
Fine, Dad.
While this conversation is going on, Orpheus is in the background, taking a little sample with his pinky and just a random
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Just a random one.
Just a random
Roll
one.
me a d12.
Oh no.
This is happening.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
2.
Yep,
So-
that's humans for you.
Yeah. So you go over to this barrel of these crushed plants of some sort. You take a little taste, a little gummy.
Oh no.
Suddenly, the rest of you just see Orpheus fall asleep, which is on brand.
On brand!
What are the chances?
That drug doesn't even do anything.
You bring my neck pillow.
Orpheus, you enter a lucid dreaming state. You
He took
So-
dream leave.
Yeah. So, explain to me the intense vision of either your desires or nightmares that you go through in this state.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me flip a coin. If 1, it's a dream. If 2, it's a nightmare.
I love
They're both naked Polly Shore.
Why would they
1.
both be naked,
Okay.
Polly Shore?
Let's see here. It's like the end of Gladiator, and he's walking through the field of wheat,
Oh god, it's Elysium.
and he just sees in the distance, his
Sid.
beloved comrades walking up to him. He sees Sid's ship above in the distance, coming in to dock and visit everyone. And he sees Rhett, clearly no longer incapacitated by the lich, approaching from the other direction. And he's just reunited with his comrades. He sees members of the Bleeding Heart. He sees his current companions in the group. He sees the general, all the friends they made along the way. all reunited, having a good time, drinking heavily. And of course, rich with shenanigans.
This, for the rest of you, he is only asleep for a matter of maybe 5-10 minutes. For Orpheus, this feels like hours, if not days, in this reality. And it is vivid. It is a lucid dream. You are in complete control. And it is impossible to distinguish between reality and this dream. Almost to the point where when you wake up from the dream, make me I guess this would be a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'm fantastic at wisdom. 12.
12. Okay. Being your first use, 12 is fine. You are disoriented. You spent potentially days in this reality, in these blessed fields, with all of your compatriots, past and present. You are suddenly wrenched out of that reality back into this dank subterranean cave under this decrepit house, and the pressing weight of the impending invasion. Strahd, Titivolis, and everything else suddenly a reality again. The thoughts of Rhett in her now disfigured form that you saw in visions crashing back on you. A huge sense of longing to return to that vision, and a hollow pit inside of you in the realization that you are now back in what is real.
Just gonna take more drugs.
Guys, do you understand what fantasy Pablo Escobar is going to do to you? Stop fucking around in the drug corner.
Orpheus is clearly just not in a mood to engage in any way, shape, or form, and he just kind of slowly meanders out and goes off on his own.
Also, fantasy Pablo Escobar would give us more trouble.
Yeah.
Shout out
Really
to
nice
Honey
tie-in.
Iced.
Did we ever get to meet Pablo Escobar?
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
play that one? Okay.
Yeah, it was the last one. It was the third one.
Yeah. I killed those dolls in my undies.
Nice. Yeah, I remember
So, what are the rest of you doing?
Waiting.
I'm trying to make sure that the drug den gets put back the right way.
I mean,
And I'm-
there's a lot of shit down here. Whether or
is.
not they would notice a few things missing, that
Well, they're definitely going to notice that it's disarmed. So I'm kind of wondering if I have the skills to rearm it on the way out.
we'll find out once you guys leave, I guess.
Well, if you
Okay,
arm it
I'm-
differently, then it's technically ours.
She has points.
I'm going to do something real stupid.
I love that. What are you doing?
So I have...
all.
No,
Elric,
at
roll.
least not today.
Elric, roll me 4d6
Oh,
6
God.
times.
We're not doing that. What I am going to do is I'm going to take, because I collected 2 vials of that aging water from the Feywild.
Oh shit, you did. I forgot.
I did. And I'm going to open a vial, mage hand a pinch of the lich dust,
Oh no.
and drop it in.
Oh, remind me again what the aging water did. Was that the stuff that made you older?
Yes, it accelerated the aging process.
All right, so you mage hand this lich dust.
Oh my god, did you
even
do
wanna-
that downstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
You might as well just plant your beans.
So you mage hand this lich dust into this liquid, and you see it start almost swirling on its own, making like a mini typhoon inside. Before what was this clear liquid and this grayish powder turn into almost a opalescent silver liquid inside this vial.
Oh, Elric's mission potions in the drug dealer's bathroom.
Yep. Good times.
We're going to call this fantasy breaking even worse. I'm then going to
Breaking Batter.
bottle batterer. Yep. I'm going to put the cork on that, and then I'm going to put that away.
Fair enough.
Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replicate that into the second vial. I'm
Okay.
going to keep one, and then I'm going to leave the other one.
Oh,
In the-
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to make somebody's life real weird. I'm going to leave the vial in the barrel of lich dust.
Oh
Fantastic.
my god, he's lacing.
Which you notice that the lich dust itself is the smallest barrel in here, where everything else, like depending on which narcotic you're looking at, is in varying sized containers and varying quantities. Lich dust by far is the smallest, as you can imagine. It's probably the hardest to get. But yeah, you're able to. Are you
Yeah.
like burying it in the lich dust?
I'm going to mage hand bury it in there.
Okay, do all right. Easy enough to do.
Cover it. Cover everything. Resist the urge to clearly mark all of these boxes and barrel.
Wait, so you put like a full size potion in the box?
It's-
of
it-
two
No, it was like a
It's
little
vial.
vial.
Yeah.
Okay. Arnynn, before you try to reset the trap, let me cast Enhance Ability on you. So
Perhaps I
Are you-
could offer guidance.
yeah.
I'm just
Are you doing
staring
anything
at
else?
Somebody who obviously doesn't know what these people are capable
I
of.
myself am, after covering everything, I'm climbing out of there.
All right.
I'm just watching him dumbfounded.
You sure you don't want to take a couple other things while you're down there?
Well, since you asked,
Does anybody have any balloons?
Orpheus enters the picture.
Hello, my name is Chekhov, and I'd like to hand you something.
Yep.
I mean, if you're gonna put these out there,
No, leave it all alone.
Put that thing back where you came from, or so help me.
okay, samples need to be taken just in case.
Oh my god.
All right,
Yeah.
what are you taking?
Butch and Arnynn on like the exact opposite moral poles. Both of us think this is a terrible idea.
I have experience in this world. Don't fuck with the drug dealer supply, especially when they know you were there.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, but like she sent us here, so she had to have known that we'd find her stash.
No.
Or she would have known we found the stash, but then we still had the wherewithal not to fuck with the drug dealer's stash.
She met us. She knew what she was getting into.
She didn't meet us for long.
Just doesn't take long.
Oh, God.
Elric, your status as the smartest elf in the room is greatly at risk.
When did he have that status?
He's a
Oh,
scientist.
he's always had this status.
Let him science.
We have gone into the hells and fought demons. We have gone into the Feywild, eliminated targets that should have been far more powerful. I think we can handle probably a world-spanning drug cartel.
Do we
It
need
seems a
that?
little. We're basically gods to me.
Do we need that
Yeah.
on top of what else is already going on? Or maybe we come back to this later.
Never
I'm
come
taking it-
back.
I'm taking a sample of each one of these.
You're
Look,
taking
if
you're
she-
taking one of each.
If
I'm
she
just gonna
finds
start
out, she
hunting.
comes. I'm going shaggy on you. Okay, it wasn't me.
Are we
I'm-
taking a whole barrel of each? Is that what you're saying?
Not a barrel. Taking a
I'm just
pinch.
going to write on the wall.
I'm going to take
Elric
a
did
pinch.
So so you're basically taking one use of each of these each of these narcotics.
Just
Now-
one.
Fantastic.
Are you taking the samples within your body, or what are we doing here?
Absolutely not.
Through the use of various vials and containers that you guys have stored up throughout your adventuring, used health potion bottles and the like, you're able to take one use of each one of these.
That's a roll on his poisons proficiency, right?
Well, no, because poison's more like making them, or
He also covers handling poisons.
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
I'm sure all these containers you're putting them in are appropriate, and there's no chance of breakage or leakage.
None at all.
None at all.
Because we have a bag of holding, right?
Most of these are and you would know this after identifying. Most of these are very inert unless consumed in the proper way, either by ingestion, smoking, snorting of some sort. Suppository. Like, the only ones that you really have to worry about are the gaseous ones, like the Mind Flay specifically. I think everyone else, and possibly the Dark Kiss, could be taken subcutaneously. Those ones you have to take a little bit of special precaution with, but most of these are either ingested, smoked, or snorted of some sort.
Which I'm not going to do.
Again.
This is documentation.
So, and it's always good to have it a pinch.
Yeah, because you never know when you might need that little extra boost.
So, as you finish collecting these supplies, just because that's the word that I used, you all exit this underground hidden repository. I almost said suppository. Thanks, Scott.
Smuggler's den.
Repository of illicit substances.
Was he able to successfully?
That's what we're about to find.
The
That's what we're about to find out. So, Butch, did you say you were going to do skill empowerment?
Yeah.
Can I also give him guidance?
Absolutely.
I'm debating whether or not to write in Thieves' Cant. It wasn't me.
You should.
Just write Elric's name was here in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah. Okay, so what kind of roll do you want from me?
I'm gonna say this is gonna be a two-part roll.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to have you roll is a investigation check to see if you can kind of piece together how this trap was laid after you've already disarmed it.
All right, do you want your
I want Fox's
intelligence?
cunning.
All right, you got it.
So it's advantage at +4.
Yeah.
Or plus D4. So you said investigation. Right?
Investigation first to see if you can figure out how this was set up. Oh my god.
Oh god.
21 still. You're pretty confident. It's a little tricky.
Oh wait. 23.
23. Okay. It's a little tricky, but you feel pretty confident. You kind of
No. 24.
All right.
God
Sorry.
damn it.
You look and you notice the routing of these wires. Luckily, you would only cut it in specific spots. So you were able. You're pretty confident that you know how this trap was routed.
I keep forgetting my intel went up 1 too.
Actually, there's going to be 3 rolls total because I forgot. The second roll is going to be a survival check to see if you can find the appropriate materials in the area to recreate the tripwire in the same manner that was there.
Said survival?
Yes.
Can I look for him also?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage if we'll say that everyone's assisting you. So yes, you can do it with advantage.
Guidance?
Yes, guidance. I just don't want to make the loud sound again.
Oh. That's a 13.
It's a 13. You find it takes you a little bit of time. You find some materials. They might not be perfect, but you think you can make it work. But it's going to be a little crude. Lastly, I need a sleight of hand check to see if you can actually physically maneuver these into the same position to get this trap set the way it was before.
Okay. 33.
Easy enough. You're able to look, or you're able to position these wires in pretty much the exact position that they were before and reconnect them to either side of this trapdoor. You notice 2 small hooks, like eye hooks, underneath the trapdoor that these wires were attached to. You're able to reconnect them to that. You're still not entirely sure what this trap did, but
Yeah.
you take a look down at it, and while you ran everything the same way, the materials that you got were not quite the same. So while they had a very thin, almost like fishing line style wire, yours, through finding some discarded twine and other materials, it's significantly thicker, but you were able
Gwen's
to
hair braided together.
Yeah, more or less. Between hair and twine and materials that you found around the building, the trap is functional, reset the same way. However, the materials of the tripwire do not look quite the same to the discerning eye. So,
Oh, man. Does anybody have mending?
I used to, but everyone convinced me it was useless, so I took light instead.
Could have put the old
I
wire
did
back.
not tell you it was useless.
Every
You
time I
might have-
tried to use it, I was told it wouldn't work. So
No, we could have put the old wire back together.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
There are specific use cases.
this will have to do it. All right. So what do I need to roll? Put the barrel back exactly where it was.
That's easy enough to do. You you move the barrel back. You're pretty confident it's in the same place where it was when Elric unceremoniously just tipped it over. And it's about this time, Orpheus, that you hear in your head, well, it looks like we're coming up to a waterfall. I see a small house. Is that you guys?
Yeah, that's us. Give us a few minutes.
All right, we'll be there in about 5.
I go in and tell the group. I look at Butch specifically and say, do not mention any of the goods in here to the crew of that ship. Do you understand?
Well, yeah. Otherwise, they would want to take it. I thought you were going to ask me to cast Moonbeam.
All right. As long as everybody understands, do not
Why
tell
Moonbeam?
the privateers
So you can see us.
that there's drugs and various paraphernalia in this house.
Understood.
So as you all walk out of the house, you see the ship approaching from over the ocean towards you. As it comes up, you start seeing these vines kind of unwrap from the living hull itself and kind of start twirling and extending down towards you as they kind of twist together to form a singular, long, thick rope ladder that starts hanging, and the ship comes up right above where you all are, probably 20 feet ahead of you, as this natural formed rope ladder twists down to greet you.
Nice.
You all make your way up. You see the crew all, at their usual spots. Sid looks around. He's like, man, you guys got here real fucking quick.
Magic.
Yeah, whatever. All right, well, climb on board, get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be a little bit of a longer drive, or longer flight back. Unfortunately, that little jumping in and out trick kind of damaged our device a little bit, so we're going to have to take a long way home. It's going to take us about a week to get there, so...
we're going to the dwarves, right?
We're going to the dwarves now? I thought we were going back to Palmadon. All right. You want to go to the dwarves? We can do that.
The dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
All right.
Yeah.
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 We want to go to Conticaria. That's probably going to take... Well, let's take a look here. Shit. All right, we got 2 different ways we can go. We're literally on the opposite side of the planet from them.
Well,
right
we
now.
just go to a tree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, well, fuck me then, I guess.
No.
There were trees down there. Why the fuck did you call us here then?
We didn't know the thing was broken.
Distantly.
We were unaware of your plot device.
God. Really shouldn't just say it out loud.
So where the hell do you want me to take you?
Let's go to the dwarves. We could do with some slow travel for
All right. Well, we can
no,
either...
what if the dwarves need time to prepare? If they want to join us, they're going to need time to prepare. We can't go there last minute.
It's not going to take us weeks to get there.
We're on the opposite side of the fucking planet right now. My ship is pretty fucking fast. We can go one of 2 ways. We can either go west and go across countries that don't give a shit about us. Get there in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, or we can go east. We can go across, but unfortunately that's going to take us across Long, possibly across Shan, or we can swoop back up north, go across Mesh. If we go directly to Conticaria, depending on where you want to go in Conticaria, if you want to go to the capital, that's over towards the coast. If we go directly there, it'll take us about a week. If you want to swing around and stay away from Shan and go through Mesh, it'll probably take about 10 days.
Could we go south and go directly to Conticaria?
I mean, that's going to be a lot longer. If you look at the... No.
I don't want to fly over Shan.
You can't. No, you can't go across the pole. It's too fucking cold there. Turbulence and shit of the wind, the trade winds and shit. You know, there's a reason why it's.
So you're saying the planet is a cylinder?
Okay, there's there's a reason why commercial flights do not fly over the poles. Fucking trade wind turbulence is insane over the poles.
Let's not do that. We fly at 30,000 feet.
Santa would shoot me down.
I am going to mute you so hard. Either way,
it's not me this
we
time.
could just find a tree and.
It's going to take us a week one way, or it's going to take us about 10 days one way. It's going to take us about 2 weeks the other way.
I think the safest way is just to find a tree and have Captain Sid reunite in Palmadon and work on getting the goblins and the worms crossed over.
Well, okay, so Gwen has to know the tree we're going.
It's going to take me probably about a week to get this fucking machine fixed anyway, so.
Do you think Ember, do you think you could just scry something enough that Gwen can scry on it, or do we just need to take the ride? We can try that on our first day of travel.
Wait,
We've done
Ember,
the tree thing there before.
yeah, wasn't your house a tree?
Well, I mean, it's in the trees.
And Ember's house is out in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
That didn't help.
Does Gwen know a tree where we're going?
Probably not.
That was going to be my question.
Gwen, you traveled through Conticaria once, and that was on your trip with Butch to make it to Conticaria.
We didn't really
path,
trees.
yeah, the path you took, you probably would have gone. Let's see, you probably would have gone down through. Hold on, I'm calculating here.
I mean, because if we port over there, that's definitely going to sink a week of travel just to get to the mountains.
Yeah. You would have made it, you would have come down, probably down this way. No, that would have taken you into Shan.
How much time did we have again until
You
the start of the offensive?
5 weeks!
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter then.
Alright, how about we just...
I feel like flying isn't a bad idea, guys. Like, rather than like, do I know the tree? Can we make it through the mountains? We just fly. We get time with our good buddy Sid, and we just go.
Captain Sid. Captain.
So the plan is to fly to Palmadon, resupply, and then keep going.
Palmadon's out of the way.
Oh.
I mean, it's in the way if we go that way. But that's a longer route.
Okay.
But it's safer.
How about we go the safe long route?
Hey, Butch,
Cool.
Yeah.
can you ask your cook friend below deck if she's got any more of those magic goldfish to cook up for us?
Yeah, I'll go ask Mary.
All right. As you all decide what you're going to do, Butch heads down to talk to Miri, and that is where we will pick up next week.
There's one thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
I wanted to retcon my tattoo description because I was looking at the wrong thing. So first level was a spiral, or first test was a spiral. And then the second one kind of jutted out from the spiral. And then the third one, it makes this kind of heart, like a gothic heart with blades, barbed wire accents, you know.
Classic,
not what I described last time.
Classic prison tattoo of the heart with barbed wire surrounding it.
No, not like that. I put some pictures in Discord, but I can put it in the family.
Yes, please do. And thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for joining us. And make sure you tune in on Friday here at twitch.tv/thosenatural1s and youtube.com/@thosenatural1s. Sorry, I bumped my chin onto my microphone. RIP headset users. Anyway, Friday, 7 p.m. for our last one shot of the year, where we play Going Along with Emery. You talk. You say.
Yeah. Yes, tune in this Friday at 7 p.m. for our In Conjunction AthosCon 2024 one shot of the playtest material of fan-made let me make that very clear. Unofficial, fan-made, chapter 1 or thing 1, chapter 1, however, Whispers of Dread.
Should be fun. Join.
Semicolon.
Oh,
Fear Plute.
fear.
Join Emery as your DM with myself, Scott, Chris, and Perry as your players.
Possibly my best character ever.
Oh no!
No. Maybe second best, but no one will ever top the loop go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah,
So-
we're in for a time of it.
Make sure you tune in on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/thosenatural1s and youtube.com/@thosenatural1s. If you pay Daddy Bezos anyway, go ahead and drop us your free Twitch sub. You get one every month. Just make sure you renew it every month. Why not help support us? Help us hire a producer so I don't have to do everything, because that would be awesome. It's just going to raise our production quality. So
Bezos has a lot of lich dust in his basement.
I'm sure he does.
Oh no!
So
Give him ideas.
we will see you Friday for that, and then the whole group will be back together on Tuesday for the next chapter of Those Natural Arnynn's Nefarious Adventure League. So we will see you on Friday. Thank you, and have a fantastic night.